Louisville's Mayor Craig Greenberg just finished his first budget process as mayor, and he joins us this morning to talk about some of his priorities for our city.
First off, welcome to the show. Glad to have you back.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Yes,
Glad to be inside today.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, talk about the budget. It's a $1 billion budget.
That's right.
What were your priorities to move the city forward?
Well, we had several, and I'm so thrilled that working in a bipartisan way with our colleagues on Metro Council, it passed unanimously. So I think that talks wonders about the way that our city is partnering together and opportunities to move forward. Our priorities started with public safety, is ensuring that we're doing everything possible to reduce the amount of gun violence, to ensure that we increase the number of officers on our street that are engaged in community policing, working with the community and neighborhood leaders to prevent crime from happening before it does. We're very focused on addressing our homeless crisis, building more affordable housing, economic development, and creating new paying career path jobs downtown and around our entire city, and then also parks. We invested a historic amount of money into parks across the city, knowing that that is so important for everyone's health, everyone's well-being. We also, part of that is investing in community centers, and so giving youth more opportunities to have places for education, athletics, enrichment, so longer hours and weekend hours and improved community centers to help keep kids off the streets and doing creative things.
You mentioned public safety, and the city still has an interim police chief. I know you gave an update last night, but please also share with our viewers where you are in the search for a permanent police chief.
Sure. We are fortunately getting towards the end of that. We engaged a national search firm to help us with the process so that we could get great applicants from around the country who were interested. We had town hall meetings, virtual town hall, where we got hundreds of people providing input on the characteristics they thought our police chief needed to have. We did a public survey and got over 1,000 responses from people across the city about what they think our police chief needs to be and the direction they think our LMPD should be going in. And then we also did some focus groups with various focus groups. So I've heard extensively from the community on the type of individual they are looking for. And starting in the next week or so, we're going to be doing interviews, and I hope to have a named permanent police chief by the end of July.
Okay.
What about our interim police chief? Is she up for that job?
She has applied, yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about the mayor's night out. You were in the Russell neighborhood last night, talking to people in that neighborhood, listening to their concerns. What important information did you gather from them?
Well, it was wonderful. This was our third mayor's night out in my first 6 months of office, where we are taking Metro Hall to all parts of the city, east, south, west, you name it, we're going there, because we think it's important to, one, be transparent and hear from people. People shouldn't have to make appointments to access their elected officials. So we had members of Metro Council there, Congressman McGarvey was there, we had leaders of all of our departments, from the Louisville Zoo to MSD to codes and enforcement to housing, and there were quite a few questions about housing issues. Affordable housing is certainly a challenge for many, and we are doing everything we can with a $15 million investment in the Affordable Housing Trust Fund and more to come to ensure that everyone in Louisville has a safe, affordable, and high quality place to live. So that was one issue that we heard a lot about last night.
I know that you also, in the budget, going back to that, there was a lot of money put toward a program with Goodwill. Talk about what that is doing to try to also help get people off the streets.
So Goodwill is an amazing organization that does so much for our community. There were funds in the budget towards the Goodwill Opportunity Campus that are right nearby where we were last night in the Russell neighborhood on Broadway, where they're going to have services for individuals who are in need of various things. We also funded what's called the Goodwill Another Way program. With Metro Council President Marcus Winkler and I recently joined them along, and what they do is literally every morning they drive around certain streets in Louisville where homeless individuals are known to congregate. They pick them up in the van, they give them work for the day, they get paid for that work, and then they end the day back at Goodwill, where they have exposure to services to help them get off the streets and have a new path on life, to get them hired in a permanent job, help them find housing, and have a better trajectory on their life. It's an amazing program that's doing great things, and so in partnership with the Metro Council, we continued funding for the expansion of that Goodwill Another Way program.
You've been a busy man over the past few months.
It's really been the honor of my lifetime, and I've enjoyed it. It's certainly challenges, But what I love about it is the opportunity to meet new people, and how many people in Louisville. I'm not talking about people in elected office or the 5,000 amazing public servants I work with at Metro government every day, but people in every neighborhood who want to give back to our city, that want to be part of the solution, that want to help their neighborhood or the city as a whole. And that's what gives me such great excitement and hope about our future.
All right, Mayor Greenberg, we really appreciate your time. Please do come back and see us again.
Definitely.
All
Have
right.
a great day.
Yeah,
You too.
you as well.
We'll be right back.